Over on, I believe, either the third or fourth stream, you'll be able to catch the other half of this group, which will be Spirit versus Liquid. Of course, the other two teams in this 4-team group. Welcome, everybody. This is, of course, it's a $1.5 million major.
It is.
A lot of points on the line. A lot of exciting storylines to follow. And one of them we are going to start with, of course, in this first series, Na'Vi versus Newbee. This is a new lineup from Na'Vi. We are yet to see it, not any sort of onlines, nothing. No one knows what to expect from this. And we have got a draft ready, so we should be able to send you guys into it. And of course, as we're talking about the change in Na'Vi, in case you weren't aware and you haven't been following the recent news, it is the movement. I believe Lil is now playing 5. We'll see if it is this game. I'm pretty sure when the press kind of came out, it was Lil now moved to 5. And, I mean, is it Velor?
I think it's Velor, right? It
Velor.
looks like Velor.
We'll go with Velor. I'm sure
someone will tell us.
Someone will tell us, but we'll go for Velor for now. Yeah. But here we go. So Na'Vi versus Newbee. This is game 1 of the best of 3. Every single series here is best of 3, apart from the finals, which I do believe are best of 5. We've not got a single best of 1.
Thank God.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's something that the fans I know are going to enjoy, and I think the teams as well are certainly going to enjoy.
Yeah, we're going to get
that everything relies on a best of 3.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot more information. Teams are going to start learning what to do. We're going to find out the drafts early on. This is whenever we have BO3s early on in group stages like this and everything too. You start to establish that tournament meta where people start experimenting. They start figuring out what heroes are OP, what heroes are amazing, what are good, bad, etc. And looking at this one, it looks like Night Stalker is already still getting banned after those nerfs.
Absolutely. That was something that's been talked about, well, at least between us, as we said. We've not really got to see any games, of course, since the changes. But the idea that maybe Night Stalker is going to fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
But as we normally see, even though there's big sort of changes like that in the first few games after a patch, still, people sort of stick to the comfort. They still, if they don't want Newbee to play Night Stalker, even though the changes are there, sure that the hero still has its strengths. It's just not quite as strong as it was before, and it was very strong before, so it's certainly a better place.
He's still the same, for the most part, same hero at nighttime. Sure, the vision obstruction is a little bit different, but the daytime is the thing that got affected the most. And I mean, Doom, this hero didn't really get hit too hard, right, by the nerfs. It was just the Scorched Earth movement speed scales now. That's the biggest one, if I remember correctly. I don't believe there was another one, unless I am silly. Infernal Blade damage did get nerfed a little bit. Okay. That's right.
I mean, that was needed as well. Really.
Makes
sense.
I mean,
now you can't really... The value sort of 1 point in the Scorched Earth. You have to sort of think twice, well, actually, do I need that extra sort of movement?
It's like, do we want that second point in
before
Scorched
it's very
Earth,
easy to get away with just the 1 point in Scorched Earth.
Exactly, yeah. Now it's like maybe you might see some 1-2-2 builds, more than likely. I mean, we've seen that a lot of the time anyway, but yeah, could see that more prominent than going the 1-1-3 build, which was the most. And this got nerfed, but
did get 1 nerf.
Still a mango hero.
Yep.
That, sure, the mana hurts, but if you have mangoes, you're still going to be able to have majority of the time your combo. So now it is 180 mana to use Battery Assault as well as Cogs. That 100 mana Battery Assault from 7.60E, I think it was, 7.06? 7.06? Yeah, 7.06 was a Battery Assault, and then Cogs, of course, now 80 mana. So, okay. We were all talking about the changes, especially in the 4 position that could be happening during this tournament because of all the nerfs that's coming up to them. Tusk pretty much fell off completely last tournament because of the nerfs. Clockwork seems to still be, at least in our first game. Opener.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, really.
I hope
you can't really tell that we're on a different patch so far.
I hope we get Shadow Fiend.
Okay. Bane, another hero that got nerfed, but still it was the Enfeeble, really, which was the big nerf. And I felt like kind of more recently we were seeing people sort of abuse the Enfeeble to shut down cores early on, whereas in the past, Bane was very much picked, and Enfeeble really, it's not the reason why this hero was picked. Like, this hero does so many other things that are incredibly annoying to play around, and the setup, of course, fantastic as well. Very, very sort of strong here in terms of stats.
Just a beast laner. It's still going to be, your stats are ridiculous, your animation is amazing. Brain Sap you need less regen in a way because, Brain Sap gives you that. He's just all around an incredibly good hero. Woo! We have not seen that one too much.
That one fell off. I mean,
really
the Maledict now. Well, the back, a couple of patches ago, that was the big one. What, level 1 Maledict's cooldown? How did it change? It was like
50.
From what? It was 20.
20. Yeah.
So plus 30 seconds. Like that's such a massive change. Like you don't see casually level 1 spells getting nerfed by 30-second cooldown.
Yeah,
but Witch Doctor did.
Witch Doctor didn't get changed.
Not this patch.
Though.
Not this patch. It did go untouched.
All right.
We'll see what Na'Vi's plans are with it. We'll see as well who plays it. As I said, I'm imagining it's probably going to be Lil.
It's probably going to be Lil.
This is probably going to be because this is one of the heroes he played. Yeah. Sometimes they'd even manage to switch it around where he would play it when they had LeBron on the team.
Yeah,
definitely. They would sort of find that. So I guess a comfort hero for Lil. But we will see, as we said. We're still unsure entirely on Velor's. We had a look at his games. We know he's sort of rough hero, but he seemed like a very versatile player.
He seems to run everywhere, and that's where I'm looking at this Doom, and for the most part it's offlane, but we've seen him play support in the pubs that we were looking at. We looked at like pretty much 5 pages or something, and he had a huge variety. He had Wisps, Witchdog, he played 5, he played 4, he played mid, so yeah, variety player.
The fact that you're playing against the Clock of the Bane, does that put you off playing a 4 Doom? Does that
probably makes it a little bit harder to pressure the lanes. I'd imagine this is just going to be an offlane.
Yeah.
I mean, Clockwork, these 2 heroes are very, very strong throughout that laning phase. Like these are probably 2 of the strongest. Like Undying and maybe Ogre are the 2 that are people talking about that will probably be the ones that match versus the movement.
Some Ogre, that hero was. I mean, already. I don't know. There's that period where there's some teams that just pick Ogre all the time. I mean, there was that patch where people just first pick Ogre.
Yeah.
And recently felt like some of those teams were starting to go back to it. Like I feel like VP was starting to sort of pick it up again.
Yep.
Teams were certainly looking back towards it. Now this patch, every reason to continue to do so.
Look at those carry bans in the 4th, 5th on both sides. Morphling Slark and PL Gyro.
Yeah, this is... I'm not surprised. I mean, they're sort of the 2 Mugi classics and then the 2, in return, crystallized classics.
Yeah, I think I like the approach of always banning like the really hard carries. I think me and you always say, we're like, when we see crystallized, we're like, put him on terribly. Put him on this hero that just wins the game by himself. We say that about a lot of players, but this guy is for sure.
So Luna,
okay. Very strong lanes coming out from Newbee. That is a lot of damage if that is the in either way the dual lane and quick Lycan picks, which that did get nerfed. So the critical strike is left, and I believe less at all 3 levels, I think.
Have a look.
And I believe the intelligence also got nerfed. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. I tried to memorize majority of these. So
well, you can get it up. There's no shame in
no,
looking.
I try to memorize. Let's see. Intelligence gain reduced and critical strike reduced. Okay, good. But the critical strike at max level is the same. So
all right.
That's probably not the most massive nerf.
I was going to say, because you get XP, you get levels pretty easy on this hero, right? You're always pushing out lanes on your own, so sort of reaching that 3rd point of the ult.
Yeah, and look,
isn't going to be too hard. You're always going to have it.
Yeah, and Clockwork Bane, these 2 heroes, these 2 supports, they don't do a whole lot versus Lycan, to be honest with you. Sure, Bane can if you get the position to get that Fiend Script, but the minions are always going to be running loose versus they don't provide you AoE to take out the books, etc. And a quick Omni pick.
All right.
All right.
So the KP Omni Knight coming out here, and that it's a pretty nice game. I feel it's very good against like Maledict in sort of that mid game. You know, being able to sort of just make sure heroes do not get popped. Sort of having some sort of way to provide a bit of sustain to someone that does get doomed.
I think it's also a possibility that they could go the Omni Knight in the safe lane, and now they could run some type of aggro duel / tri lane and just move the second support around, because you're looking at Lycan, and Lycan does not really like to be straight ran at and pressured. Sure, he can farm a bit, but he's not a hero that wants to have that right in his face. He wants people to get that farm and get that early level 6 so you can make the rotation with Dominator.
And of course, instantly the Omni's there. Rubik is going to be picked up. It was in the pool.
Spells.
It's going to be taken every single time.
I mean, for the most part, when you play Rubik versus Omni, you want to be stealing from Omni majority of the time in the game, but he's got Luna.
It's a really good
Bane.
Rubik game.
He's got some good ways to cancel.
It's against Clockwork as well.
Yep.
Get him out of the coast.
Very nice.
It's a strong... I'm interested to see who's going to play which. Lil and Velor. Who's playing the Witch Doctor, who's playing... Because the Rubik, that is one of Lil's heroes, but as I said, it seemed like they were sort of switching around. But we see a lot of teams with the 4 and 5s messing around, depending on what heroes they're picking up anyway.
Sure.
So
interesting. They even banned the DP. They have the Omni Knight too, to the Guardian Angel versus that, but the silence and the push lineup, I guess it makes sense, right? When you're Lycan,
you don't want to play against that.
Absolutely. So that's good. Even though the hero got that nerf a little bit, I think
it's still going to be picked up. That hero, just innately is incredibly strong for what it does, and I still think that DK, like the nerf.
The both of them, yeah.
It's. I don't think that's going to stop us seeing Dragon Knight to the point where Na'Vi this lineup could put Denny on the DK.
I'm so used to, after you say Dragon Knight, hearing like the boos from the crowd from Birmingham, right?
Was not a popular hero, understandably. DK and Death Prophet are not the flashiest of heroes.
Yep. They
are very much a sit in the lane, go for a rotation. We didn't get the kill, and then walk back to the lane.
Yep.
But we'll see, because DK is still in the pool. We'll see if Na'Vi wants to go for something like that. Newbee, of course, still looking for SCCC's hero. What could they grab here? What's Na'Vi going to be worried about? SCCC very, very flashy on these high mobility heroes, these Storms, these Queen of Pains. They do have the telekinesis and Doom, so maybe sort of putting off wanting to play those sort of heroes.
You know, it'd be sick if they could. I mean, this probably won't happen, but if they could find a position to put Bloodseeker, that's another hero that people were talking about.
The Bloodseeker.
And versus Lycan, right?
Yeah.
That could have been one, but I don't think they'll pick it because Mugi's more than likely playing the Luna, and he tends to be that Bloodseeker player. It doesn't really fit that great. I mean, it could be, but.
I mean, I think here you look at the fact that you got an Omni Knight, and I'm sure there's a temptation for SCCC just to pick OD and have Omni OD.
Sure.
Then you've got that extra bit of save. You know, someone gets doomed, a little time that you can take them out.
Kill the books. You get repelled. You kill the books in 2 hits.
I guess Lycan is pretty good against the OD. Can't get in the face of him, but you got an Omni Knight. You can trust in that. So Na'Vi will ban out the DK.
I think the DK looks really strong for both sides. Yeah.
So I wonder if Omni OD could be the pairing here for Newbee. We'll see. But Na'Vi's final pick, Dendi.
Dendi. So what, Lina?
It's Dendi. He's probably going to play Viper.
No, it's Lina.
Not
right?
Don't do the Viper. I don't want to see the Dendi Viper. We've seen it so many times before.
I want some magical damage, some team fight, or they can go full. If they want to go full push, then
I think they're going to go Viper.
Do you really think so?
Having a slow sort of through the repel.
Yeah.
It sort of plays at the same sort of pace as this Lycan lineup.
What's Nedi be playing?
And you have a big sort of pusher mid that you can add to the Lycan. That would sort of be the other alternative, I feel.
That's why I was thinking Lina, because Lina can at least provide that long-range push as well.
Oh, okay. He goes to co-op. Hats off to Dendi. He's giving us some fun.
Alrighty.
Love it.
Pressure. Hero applies a lot of pressure.
Yeah, if they are able to play fast, this Queen of Pain and Lycan getting in the face of a Luna.
There's
as
very
long as
little
they can
catch.
stop the Luna farming.
It's only the Bane really to catch the Queen. You know, in the disable aspect, stuns, hard lockdowns, Clockwork not really the most reliable, unless you get her after the blink, of course. But all right.
What's SCC's going to play?
Elusive hero by Queen with the Queen.
What does he want to lane up against this co-op with?
Give me some Shadow Fiend. You have Clockwork already, right? Shadow Fiend got
Shadow Fiend? Yeah, that's
right? They've got the
you are right.
They've got Omni Knight.
The raises to clean out the Lycan army. I'm saying, I think you're onto something.
But then they have SF Luna. That's the problem, is that they both kind of fill the same aspect.
Is that the problem? Presence or affecting building? You told me to build.
I was telling you, yeah,
that push.
I actually hope we do get to see that presence affecting buildings, but I don't know if maybe. What else could he put? I mean, we haven't gotten to see too much of these teams, unfortunately, because of everything that's been happening. And for the most part, I'm pretty sure that I saw SCCC playing DK and Death Prophet almost every game lately. Or Zeus. Oh yeah, Zeus got changed too. Zeus could be cool. But then they don't have disable for the Queen. But I guess your mid doesn't really provide that anyway.
And Lycan's gonna run down as
Zeus.
No,
I don't like. Let's consider that one.
I like the SF.
That's Lycan also.
I still like the OD. I still like the OD.
OD, SF.
The Omni.
Do they have maybe TA?
He's sort of good on TA. I don't like. There's too many minions and summons.
It's just gonna be. They go for the Lina. Okay, that's some. Okay. It's great in the lane.
And we are going to see what Velo can do on his Rubik. So we are going to see him get to do some flashy stuff on his first appearance here with Na'Vi.
I was a little scared of the Lina, to be honest, because of the Lycan, but that's also the aspect of Lycan that does that to a lot of these squishy interiors. You just can get ran all the way through the back lines to get you. But
I think that's definitely a worry. Yeah, like, as you say, if you don't hit that light strike around the Lycan, Crystallize is going to eat you up in a couple of crits.
Yeah.
It can be tricky. So we'll see. So, I mean, off the back of the drafts, who are you liking that a little bit more? I think for me, with the way that Newbee's been recently, and it's a crystallized like in general, I think I'd actually favor Na'Vi in this matchup.
I think the later it goes, Newbee's much more favored.
Sure.
I think Na'Vi, they have to kind of run over the lanes. I usually say that too, especially when I see Queen of Pain. I think they need to have a very good start. They need to do well in the lanes. They need to get that early Roshan. They can't let Newbee. They can't let this. They can't let Newbee.
Yeah, if Mugi can carry this game on his own back, yeah, absolutely.
And they've got
if
the thing is that Na'Vi's got good ways to at least get into like the ancient areas, right? They've got information from the wolves, from the Lycan, so they can do that to always scout out. And then Queen of Pain and Lycan, they can just jump in with Doom leading the way. So they do have their options for that, to at least contest those ancients, put the pressure on. So I mean, Na'Vi, I think they do have a good shot as long as it doesn't go to those later stages, unless they have like, let's say, a Rax or two down. If they can take out a couple Raxes, have that lead early on, and not let it get to that late stages, this could be a pretty good game for them.
And look at that as well, SCCC. He's a level 9 leaner and he has all the gems. He's got all those gems. So this guy.
Look at these items, too.
He's gone on the leaner.
He's got everything. Fiery Soul of the Arcana, Disciple
Look at his stats. What do we got on the stat? What those got? 12 was that? Dragon
Slave kills,
only
12.
Combos. Oh, only 23 Yules combos.
That's pretty good, dude.
Well, 23 Yules
But look how cool his Lina looks.
I mean, and he has got all the gems. And to be fair, it takes a bit of time to get those gems. So I'm sure he's got a lot of combos before he got them.
Yep. Oh! Ward gets spotted. Na'Vi placed their ward down first in the mid lane, so they will be able to get an instant D ward. We see Lil, who is playing the 5 Witch Doctor.
I'm looking forward to see the Veil Rubik, see what this guy can do. I'm gonna be closely watching his movements. We've got to be critical on this guy. It's his appearance with Na'Vi. He's got to step it up to stand
even in
up
the
with
first game. Even in the first game,
I'm watching this Rubik. Yeah. If he goes off, it might, people are going to be impressed.
I like his starting items already.
First impressions are everything.
He's got my happy starting items. So you get the Orb of Venom on your ranged hero if you're going to be dual laning with your X hero. Very strong to put that pressure on. So Dendi did get the last hit on that ward, so he will start out, at least if he wants to, with that first item. Salve. Oh, I think he actually... What did he actually buy? He bought something else.
Let's see. So, lanes, as expected, looking to be setting up as these 2-1-2s.
2-1-2s.
The Omni Clockwork top for Newbee. And that cast bounce. Get a few punches in there, Lil, but overall, look at the bounty rune top. Newbee actually, by looks, will be able to secure 3 of the bounty runes to begin with. Na'Vi only getting the 1 on their own side down towards the bottom.
Oh, okay. So I think, is that what happened? I think this is Dendi's. I think Dendi bought a secondary sentry, it looked like, for Lil. Yes, okay. So he did buy secondary sentry. Lil put down the sentry. There was not actually a ward block in the camp. So, but yeah, it's just in case. He wants to have that pull open because they know that this Lycan's going to have trouble up here versus Clockwork Omni Knight.
Oh, let's see. Let's see how Dendi can do in this mid lane. SCCC Lina against Dendi. Dendi's quad was only level 6. This is level 9 Lina. If I've learned anything from Pokemon, he's in trouble. Let's see how Crystallize can get away with his farm at top. It is one of his strongest, the Lycan. Sure, they banned out the Morph and the Slark, but getting the Lycan through, they're still going to be happy with that one. Yeah. Mugi Luna as well, the same story. This is sort of his next go-to after the... what was banned again? Maybe Gyro and... What was the other carry they banned? The PL. They banned out the Gyro and the PL. Top lane, KP.
KP.
He's taking some punches. He crystallized a little. Can't quite get the kill, though.
So they decided instead of playing just like the... I guess... Oh, my God.
He's got us out.
I guess because it's a Witch Doctor, they actually were afraid of just standing toe-to-toe in the lane, and Kaka wants to just manipulate the wave instead. He pulls that second creep wave behind the tower. But Crystallize is going to get absolute free farm under these first 2 waves. So
he
very
certainly
good for him.
is.
Okay. And bottom, we saw, like, as we were being pointed out, is a lot of pressure coming out with that level 1 Fade Bolt and Orb of Venom. That damage reduction also makes it very annoying. That Lunar Blessing pretty much gets completely counteracted if you get hit by it. That 20 hero damage reduction.
And we're looking at it, did the Sentry just miss that Obs Ward down at the bottom for Newbee?
Sure did. It's a little far.
It's a little off. Oh, okay.
It was to block the camp anyway. Yeah. They don't want the Doom to be getting that easy Satyr creep as we see so often. And look at the first startup in the 3 lanes. Na'Vi looking good.
They're doing fine. Dendi pretty much matching CSCS against SCCC in this middle lane. Top lane, KP playing very aggressive here. I mean, he feels he can. He's the Omni Knight.
Yeah, Witch Doctor versus double melee. Pretty damn sure. I mean, Kaka left the lane right at the start. That was the only thing. I really thought that they were going to just run in and try to pressure.
And is that really how good Mango's are? We're seeing Lycans, with triple Mango?
3 Mango as
Triple
well,
Mango Lycan, yeah.
He probably thought that he was going to be under heavy harassment and wanted that extra regen. With that Feral Impulse and Mangoes, it's always really strong because you got the Dominator right away.
Mid lane, that's going to be your first blood, General. He waltzes into mid. SCCC doesn't expect it, and they get the kill. Same time up top, Lil. He's going to be fine as the cast holds them back. Crystallize starting to punch into KP, push them backward. But that's first blood.
And getting these early points in Wolves. Battery Assault now really not going to be much of a thing up top. Na'Vi. Mid lane looking great. Top lane's going to be absolute free farm on Crystallize and General with that completely unexpected rotation to mid. Now Faith stepping up a bit far.
Oh. Telekinesis there, but quick beam from Mugi makes sure the General can't get any further punches in.
Level 1 telekinesis is so underwhelming.
It is nowadays. Not quite the spell it once was. And so far, yeah, I mean, no one really falling too far behind. It's the KP, sure, he's a little bit behind, but so is General. Everyone's farming.
Yep.
Which, I mean, we see that a lot of times now with this 2-1-2 situation. The fact that you've got the supports in both lanes. No one's sort of being left alone. Everybody's got a friend, apart from the mid, which is great, because we are back to this sort of meta where we get the first 5 minutes where pretty much purely 1v1. Sure, General did waltz over to get that first blood, but other than that, you can expect to see some classic 1v1 matchups nowadays.
Yeah. Which I like General's movement there too, because overall Lina versus Queen of Pain, it's pretty hard as a co-op to pressure that Lina. If you get hit by a couple Dragon Slaves, your mana pool is not equivalent to Lina, who has 900.
Oh yeah. What a lane.
Moogie.
Getting zapped down incredibly low. Kaka will be there to hold the back. Coming in with this rotation. Battery Assault as he chases down General. They've got the kill. They've got the cog control. Can General cut his way out? He's sort of blocked in by his own creep by the looks of it. General's dead. The creep holds him in. General can't get out. Newbee able to get themselves a kill onto the board with that rotation from Kaka.
Having to bring 3 heroes down to deal with this pressure, though, from the Dunam and the Rubik. Lycan was already pretty much free, absolutely free farming top.
Yep.
Now he's going to have an even better time, and now it's going to open up the game for Lil to do pretty much whatever he wants whenever that Clockwork has left that lane. And they're going to be splitting tri-lane experience down bottom if they do keep it like this. So I think they do have to make sure that they don't sap too much experience from Moogie. You want to get that early level 6. Bottom. Valor.
He's in a lot of trouble. He will manage to telekinesis Kaka out. The cogs are still remaining and he cannot escape, so that'll be Vela going down. Kaka and Faith able to find him around
Mid.
that room spot. And again, General with these rotations, instant TPs coming in, but Dendi sidesteps the light strike break. KP comes in with a heal, keeping SCCC alive. They'll turn, they'll take one, and they may be able to find Dendi as well as Dendi's trying to run away. Pops the fairy fire, Vela TPs in. Dendi keeps getting a right clip with the stick charges as well. Dendi will be fine. He's going to turn with the Sonic Wave and telekinesis. He'll get the kill onto Faith. Dendi surviving, thanks to Vela coming in just at the right time.
SCCC getting very fortunate there from KP's rotation. Perfect time for him to TP in.
Shrine up as well. SCCC now 6. We'll see if he can get a kill just like Dendi did with those ultimates. So top lane Crystallized continuing to farm, so is Moogie. And it really is all about the pace of this. If Na'Vi can get the ball rolling with these 2 cores to make sure that Moogie doesn't have sort of the 10 minutes of free farm that a Luna revels in.
I think right now Navi's very happy with what's going on though. Crystallized is going to have that early Dominator. He's going to have 6 pretty early on too.
Oh, and Dendi, he got baited in there by Faith. Tried to go for the kill, but a quick Nightmare allowing time for SCCC to sweep across with a combo will take him down. Same time down bottom, General. Again getting trapped in by his own creeps as he goes a little too aggressive onto the 2 of them. Newbee now 5 for 2.
Now Navi's not too happy.
No, they're giving up a couple of core kills just like that.
Those are some big ones there.
Few mistakes.
Eyes on Crystallized though. That early Dominator is finished.
He's found Faith. Doesn't want to dive too far. KP is here as well.
Right when Crystallized hits 6, I think he can look to pressure the mid. I think bottom, he could actually probably go for bottom too as long as they've got multiple heroes and he's got the Wolves being able to tank some of that Eclipse with that Dominator creep. He's got his options out for him, so he should just get that 6s ASAP and try to go for one of those plays on one of the 4s.
Bottom, same area once again, Vela.
Kaka putting in work.
Let's see what they can get away with up top as they continue to push in. Crystallized, getting some pressure onto this tier 1 tower.
Surprising to see that Newbee are the ones who actually, they ward block the Ancients on one side, and then they ward block watching the Ancients on the opposing side. So I think that bottom one, sure, to watch the Ancients, but it's also to watch the movements from this Doom who's been very pesky going toward mid, and to watch maybe if the Lycan makes a move down bottom if they don't use a smoke. And speaking of that smoke, though.
They're coming in on mid, Na'Vi, looking towards SCCC. Can they get the gap closer? He's got the clock close to the side of him, but here's the lead in. Ready to go. Straight away, Denny jumps in, paralyzing cast, held in place. SCCC will fall, but he does get a chance to get the Laguna Blade out, and Denny will actually die for this attempt. Blinking into 2 aggressively, and Newbee incredibly quick with the TP reactions. They're going to be able to get 2 out of this one. Chasing down Vela with the Battery Assault. A 2-for-1 trade for Newbee.
Newbee was so prepared for that one. Sure, they lose SCCC, but they get 2 for it.
They get Dandy.
They ported so quick with all of them. Now Kaka found General. They've got the Eclipse too if they want to use it. Moogie doesn't even want to.
He's holding on. He feels he can get it out. Now it comes out as he'll clean up General and his baby Dooms. 9-3 yet. These sort of reactions from Newbee looking hot. Moogie, he's top net worth. The timer really is ticking for Na'Vi. They cannot let this Luna continue to stand at the top. Kaka is pretty deep here. Has got the backup of Faith. Quick Nightmare onto Doom. Will hold General back, and Kaka is able to TP back to safety.
They should have a feeling about that high ground ward there. They're like, what are those 2 doing there that deep this early on? So Moogie's got the Mask of Madness finish. Have Newbee started stacking anything? No, they're looking. I mean, they were more focused on, in particular, Kaka making those plays around the map to secure the lanes, not allowing them to get too pressured. So no stacks for them, but they're in a great spot. Looking at that net worth right now, Newbee. They punched back with all those responses, just expecting Navi's rotations, reading the plays.
Oh, his Mask of Madness. This Luna, I think it's already gone too far. You got to do. We're still yet to really see Dendi make a move. Is there an item or such he waits for on the Queen of Pain?
I think it's more about crystallize. I think they're going to smoke.
You wait around the Lycan.
You want to. You smoke. You get your Dominator creep. You smoke. You get wards down near the Ancients, and you watch that Luna. Yeah,
either put Ancient. You've got to get him in the face of the Luna.
Yeah, you need to just spot that Luna. You need to use your first Lycan shapeshift to shut this down. Sure, the Lina's having a good time, which could be an option, but the Luna is absolutely the bigger target.
And I think they're going to be aware of this because they saw crystallize underneath the they didn't see him smoke, but they saw him go to the camp and then never come back out of it. So they're going to be aware that there's some sort of movement or players coming out from this, and instantly, look, they're straight out of that bottom lane. No, you've got a Clockwork down there. He could chill. He can get some XP. Everyone else instantly looking to make a play up top.
And it's that deep ward that Newbee placed that we were talking about.
It's not been taken down.
Navi did not expect it. This now might be an indicator. Now they might know because the Luna completely ditched that entire bottom side of the map. But look at this. They're still positioned to try to dive for the mid lane, but Newbee, they're reading it perfectly.
Dodging all the movements here.
Another ward placed. Look at these deep wards by Newbee. Another one there. They're watching the mid lane as well. They've got that deep one on the other side too. So they are just reading Navi's movements very well and pressuring top lane now.
And the plus side for Navi, you don't get a kill with a Lycan, you're probably going to be able to get a tower. So they can start a bit of a push, but as you say, it's going to be a trade. As Newbee will be able to claim the tier 1 tower top. Navi, of course, do finish off the tier 1 mid. Kaka down bottom, getting close to his level 6. Same to be said for General.
He's going to be 6 before General is. After General making those quick moves, General has 4 deaths already.
He had a rough time down there. They caught him out a few times.
Navi, they're trying to smoke toward top catch. Newbee off guard here.
They've got this Arcane Rune on Dendi, so it would be a beautiful time to use the Sonic Wave. Moogie and KP are very, very deep here. I don't know if they can get out of this one, because Navi coming in at full force, straight away jumping in with a Maledict Sonic Wave. That'll be Luna gone. KP trying to run himself out of this. He goes for the TP with the Death Ward's down.
Way too much damage.
Has the deeps as Navi get that wrap around at the end of the day. Moogie and KP just pushing a little too aggressively, I guess. Relying on their Deep Observer was just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And still get caught out.
Navi went missing for quite a while, too. They took that mid tower and just disappeared. Newbee just sticking at top just a bit too long. I mean, Kaka's still just farming bottom. He's been down here for 3 minutes now. And then we'll see. Okay, Bane's going to come down. They've got the level 6s available. Fiend's Grip as well as that Clockwork Hookshot. And Navi, as we saw, of course, Lil, level 8 on Witch Doctor, and Valor, level 7 on that Rubik. Has the Purification stolen as well. Very important to get that as quick as you can. Get that Omni Steal on your Rubik.
Moogie.
Dendi.
Oh! Time for it. Oh, he might have it.
He might have
Moogie.
it. The uphill miss.
He wants it. One more Lucid Beam, but his Mask of Man is silenced at the moment. He's got to wait, but he's got it. Absolutely brilliant there from Moogie. Haste Runes down. Dendi sees an opportunity to get the kill, and he gets away with it.
Oh my god, if he lived because of that uphill miss. The wards again. That one, the ward playing a part.
Giving the vision.
Giving him the vision to be able to get that Eclipse off. And yes, solo kill. For the Corbett bottom also, they did get the kill, but it was not Navi having to expend anything really costly. It was just a Scorched Earth that they had to use. And we did see the Scorched Earth is being maxed this game by General.
I was going to say, we're going to start to see, I think more skill builds with the Doom start to favor back towards it, because it is such a strong spell. And before, of course, as we said, getting away with the 1 point for that movement speed.
Maybe if he's versus some strength heroes, then we'll see the difference, because the Infernal Blade percentage is still really strong in the cooldown as well, but that base damage is the one that got lowered down. So versus Agis, hard to close the gap, range hero, blah, blah, blah. Makes sense. What's Navi's next move? They've got the Book 1 finished up. They've got the Queen ulti. They've got Doom as well. They should look to try to probably take a fight here.
I think so, because Moogie, he is still continuing to just lead the way. There's no way they're catching up to this Luna with any of their cores unless they get kills and towers.
Yeah, you can't.
They have to get objectives.
Yeah, you can't slow down versus Luna. You can't let her do this. So yeah, bottom, Lycan ports down. I'd like to see them take this bottom tower, control the enemy, control Newbee's jungle, so the Luna can't farm this for the most part. And then once they do that, I think they could make a way toward that Rosh as long as they've got the information. But it is very hard to fight into Newbee's lineup versus around that Rosh pit when Eclipse is up. But here they go, invading the jungle, keeping eyes out, trying to see if they catch anybody while Crystallize pushes bottom with that book 1. But Newbee also mirroring that movement and moving toward top.
Let's see if Na'Vi get the sweep around. Might be able to catch some of the backliners here of Newbee. Right, CCC the closest at the moment.
They pop the drum.
They really want to try and close this gap.
They are all spotted now, though. And I believe that is now, looks like the Yule Scepter coming out for SCCC. So they're going to have a lot more catch and setup now for the Queen of Pain, which, you know, when they picked the quad, we're like, oh yeah, very elusive hero. There's not that crazy amount of lockdown, but now Lina, Yule Scepter.
I mean, it really does feel that this game, the warding has been just phenomenal. It's a little bit better from Newbee.
Yeah,
right?
it's been really
Na'Vi's
good.
been struggling in terms of vision, as we've seen. They're moving around, and Newbee's just spotting them out every single time.
Yep.
Newbee knows exactly what's coming out of Na'Vi. Yeah, very strong warding.
Hey, they're getting out farmed because of it. Na'Vi, look at this. They have all 5 pretty much together.
Walking around.
And Newbee, they're splitting up. You see SCCC's farming. Mugi, of course, as we mentioned, is completely free farming as well. Scan even comes out and catches Na'Vi. And now Eclipse back online. It's level 2 as well. So they didn't take advantage of when they had Doom, and this Doom is getting lower and lower level 7.
He's out alone.
Oh, he's very far up.
And he's away from the team, and he'll be punished.
Did he have he didn't even have a ward or anything. He was very alone. Maybe he was just trying to find a steal.
Maybe just pushing them. He just wants to keep them away from the tier 2 push now. Make sure that the team could get away with it. As they will. Na'Vi claim another tier 2 tower.
It's a book 2 finished. Once they've got the book 3, it's going to be very nice versus both that Omni Knight as well as that Lina, who has that Yule Scepter. You know, the Purge, of course, can be very useful. I really want to see some, like how scaled the Roshan gets to, because this is the first game we're going to see actually in a tournament game since the patch for us. So I want to see how powerful that actually can be.
Oh, look at Kaka's got an image bar. Oh, Sentry's going to be dropped. Lil, it's not going to save. Sentry down, doesn't matter. Kaka's there with the backup of KP, and Lil will fall. See if General, Bello, and Denny can get us. They should be able to. He has got the Maledict on him. They've got the burst, holding him down. And they will get the return kill onto Kaka.
A nice 564 Maledict tick.
So a 4K lead that Newbee have, and it really is this farm on Mugi.
He's going for full greed too. He's going for Yasha Manta. He's just going for that full farm build. I mean, if he gets, it's Na'Vi definitely under the gun here in this game, quite a bit. They got to be making these aggressive moves. They have to be getting those aggressive wards down to watch this Luna, keep tabs on her.
I think it's going to be what when the level 3 Necro book is there on Crystallized. That's when we're going to see Na'Vi really go for it.
They really have to.
And they have to.
I mean, they're getting quite out farmed. I mean, the Doom is level 9, Omni Knight is level 12. So General is
KP
really
just got so much space up top. Whilst General have been moving around with the team.
Yeah.
KP nearly having the Blink Dagger complete also.
Yeah. And it's getting, the experience in gold is getting worse and worse, because as we keep seeing, Na'Vi, look, again, they are S4. Newbee, they have 3 people split up. They have the Luna constantly just farming this entire time. So their experience, you see, it's about 5K gold advantage, almost a 7,000 experience lead now at this point. The level differential is really starting to become quite apparent.
I like that as well there from SCCC. Actually, picking up the 4-star on his mid Lina.
Okay, versus
so that extra bit of distance he can create.
Yeah.
Where if they see the sort of Lycan or the Doom going straight for him.
Hook shot in.
Oh, they've got the connection. In they go under the tower. Lil caught out. Kaka straight in. SCCC with the double damage will push on. At the same time up top, the push again coming through from Crystallize and his army. Forces out the fortification. Newbee are starting to head over. So they can really do anything to stop this. Of course, hook shot unavailable. So it doesn't look like they can. Na'Vi will get away with another tier 2 tower. The money getting closer and closer for Dendi to have his Orchid. And in terms of Crystallize, he does now have the funds for the complete level 3 Necro. But once this happens, Mugi still farms. He's going through the jungle. He's got the Manta Style now complete. 18 minutes in. It's very good timing.
Definitely quite scary. What is he, level 15? How's our Lycan? Crystallizes level, he just hit level 11, okay, but look at that difference. Luna almost 16. That's to show the difference about how they're splitting up so much and how Na'Vi is really just 5-manning or 4-manning constantly and splitting that experience.
I mean, as we said, that's sort of how Na'Vi have to play, but it just maybe hasn't been going as fast as Na'Vi would have hoped for, as it really is getting to the point where if Mugi turns up and Na'Vi take one bad team fight and the Luna survives, gets a few kills out of it, the game becomes very difficult to swing around.
SCCC is even building for the damage. So you said the Force Staff is going to go for that Hurricane Pike build so he can distance himself, push that Lycan away once he gets on top of him.
Bit of stats, as well. Get a bit of strength.
Definitely. Range, attack speed to Siege. Yeah. They have the 2 people that can benefit off Lunar Blessing and Na'Vi. This is their big smoke play. They get some kills here. They transition to the Roche. This is where they need it to go right.
If this goes wrong and there's the chance to turn around, I mean, already Kaka spotted out. Kaka actually hookshots away. He TPs immediately.
Can they catch anything out of this?
They might get KP's pretty speedy. He's running. And a very neat little play there, Faith putting the Nightmare onto the Doom. So the Scorched Earth wasn't going to be there to stop KP's blink.
Is Faith going to get out too?
They're all out.
Oh my god, every single one of them.
Oh, and Mugi keeps farming. He's loving life. He's out of there. Na'Vi can't quite find the catch. Maybe they can get SCCC. No, again, there's
spotted by the ward.
Oh,
these wards.
All this
Newbee's vision this game.
I mean, we've seen it in the past. Even the games where Newbee, their vision is always incredible.
I mean, Faith. They've got Faith.
Yeah.
Faith's
his
always
sort
been
of
on
awareness
point.
And warding is really, just a notch above a lot of other teams.
Yeah. Looks like they might just gonna go for that Roche. It seems. Getting a bit frustrated with the movements, not going successful. Don't have the book available just yet, but look at the damage from Roche. All right. Spotted up by the rocket right away.
They are
quite a distance.
Quite
They're
far
making
away.
their way over, though.
Na'Vi, they should get away with this. It's already down to half. They're heading over.
General is very low
Mugi's a
here.
little further behind, so Mugi won't quite be there. Vela's already trying to block things off.
They have to get out of the pit.
Looks like they do. SCCC. He's going to look towards Vela. He does get doomed. Kaka with the hook shot, playing around with this one. That'll be the Nightmare onto Dendy. Stolen General trying to go with this. The hook shot from Kaka back into General. Mugi tries to come forward, but indeed Vela. That's stolen Fiend's Grip. That's going to do it. They're turning it around. They take down Mugi. They might get more out of this as well. Down to that play. As Newbee have to run. They have to retreat. Kaka ticking down to the dagger from the Queen of Pain. He's going to drop. Dendy's still alive. KP, he's going to fall as well. There's Vela making his, that's the play. That's why they got him on. That Fiend's Grip there. That play. I mean, if he didn't Fiend's Grip the Luna,
it's perfect.
They would have lost that fight. Mugi would have walked in, he would have popped Eclipse, they would have all died on Na'Vi, but Vela gets the grip.
Yep. As soon as I saw him steal it, I was like, uh-oh, they've used pretty much all their disables.
Yeah.
On the side of Newbee. Gets the perfect opportunity, and there we go.
Pretty clutch, because now Na'Vi can continue. They've sort of got a bit better control now of the game. Sure, they're still behind, but they're sort of back on track to play at the pace they want. They have that Aegis on Dendy. They got that kill on Mugi. That's some big stuff there.
Yep. Just every little thing, right? They throw the Doom on SCCC, and you see Newbee was just like, we kind of need to disengage a bit. They weren't able to. And that's quite a big swing. The gold still favoring it, Newbee quite a bit here, but you see that big dip coming down.
They've got to do something with this Aegis. I mean, at the moment, they're sort of split out to sort of recover the lanes, but Na'Vi, as soon as they can, they have to get back together and just do something.
Yep.
They can't get the Aegis and fall back and farm, as we're saying. You just can't do that.
They're going to get out farmed. Like, that's just the nature of Luna versus Lycan.
You've got to do stuff.
Unless you're pressuring like crazy, unless you're snowballing, the Luna will out farm you. Dendy blinks in on top of Faith, but there's 3 heroes there.
Oh, Dendy.
He's got the Aegis. That's 1. They're going to back out right after taking that out. So that advantage of the Aegis they have,
it's gone.
Just gone.
So they are still looking to try and fight potentially, because look, he's coming in from the side, Crystallize. With the ult, but instantly, Newbee, they're getting out.
Oh, Faith, TP cooldown. He's just sitting in the tree lines, though, and he'll be all right. He'll be able to get TP out. Now back to SCCC, pushing out bottom lane. Mugi pushing out mid lane.
And the Luna still farms on, and Mugi.
They're spotting Crystallize, too. Look at this, Kaka and Faith. They've got the ward vision of him here, but now KP
again,
with the grip.
Gets another use out of it. Very nasty.
They're probably like, damn it, Faith. Why'd you give him grip? Skill and Feeble, so you can throw in Feeble out now. He doesn't have a point in Feeble. 2 pretty decent kills there.
see what. I mean, for Mugi, he's got 3.2k. Does he need to get a BKB as well as that man? Or do you think he wants to go for something more offensive like the butterfly?
I think the butterfly is the best choice. The curious thing for me is, as you see, he is going for BKB so he can keep his ground. But I think they do need someone to be building those Lincolns as well.
I was going to say, surely Lincolns is going to be the favorable item this game.
Yeah. They'll probably get it afterwards. BKB into Lincolns. Maybe on both Mugi and
because
him. And
you've
Mugi is
got
going
an
for BKB.
Omni Knight as well on your team.
Yeah.
But
it can't get dispelled. That's the thing, is Guardian Angel can get dispelled in those situations.
True.
Sure, the Repel can't, but the physical damage is quite high from Na'Vi. Their magic is quite limited. Mid, Faith.
Quick jump in, and the Eclipse will be there for General as he does walk into a Mugi. Now Mugi
Lil walks
actually towards
into
Lil. Hook shot from Kaka. Lil has got the Glimmer Cape. We'll be able to kite it out a little bit.
Crystallize.
Wants the ult, but there's the combo lands, and there's the damage with the Laguna Blade. Crystallize is just going to get comboed down. They may even lose more out of this. Can they get the rest of them away? Dendy is going to get hit by the Lucid Beam. Does have the Blink Up and the Glimmer Cape from his teammate to get back to safety.
But Lil,
he's gone as a triple kill for KP. That's the sort of fight that Mugi loves to be a part of, and he certainly was. As they sort of took that fight, they didn't. I mean, they had the one observer ward on that high ground between the mid and the top lane, but still, General sort of waltzes in and tanks an entire Eclipse.
Yeah, the damage from the Luna, 4,374, and it all takes in that situation too. Lycan, he's going for AC. He's not going for the BKB next, so gets used, stunned up instantly from the Lina, dead. If you get isolated like that, you are definitely dead versus this lineup. There's way too much damage. Now it's Na'Vi. They got that Roche, but losing that Aegis so quick, they weren't able to get anything out of that Aegis at all. And Newbee, they're comfortable again. Back to farming.
I mean, Mugi.
He switched back to Butterfly. Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think the Butterfly is then they have pretty much no way to kill this guy unless he gets Fiend Script.
If he gets repelled, he's living in this fight every single time.
Unless there's some spectacular steals.
All the summons.
Yep.
All the summons and such. And as we saw that, if Na'Vi lose fights, they will lose towers. And it's getting closer and closer to the point where if Na'Vi loses a team fight, they'll lose the base. Yep. Mugi will literally tear it apart with his Butterfly.
BKB finished Lina. Crimson Guard finished up on Kaka too, so that we were saying how Na'Vi is very dependent on all that physical damage. This Crimson Guard is going to put in work. Sure, the guard can get dispelled off by the book, but you're only going to have so many dispels off versus this lineup. And now Mugi's stealing some Ancient stacks too.
It really does feel like this Luna is just too big at this point.
It's getting out. It's been getting out of hand for a bit. Na'Vi, they had that little strike back, but this Luna having a beautiful game. Full Butterfly on the Courier. Didn't even disassemble that Mask of Madness.
I feel like Luna has really been. I mean, at ESL as well, I felt we saw that this is just such a strong hero as well at the moment. Because if you don't punish this hero at a certain point in the game, it just farms so quickly. With one, you just hit Mask of Madness, you're good to go. You're going to be easily, thousands of gold ahead of your opponent carry at sort of the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, if you're not, it's pretty much you have to pressure this hero. You can't let her be doing this because she is averaging well over 10 CS a minute. While you compare to Lycan. Lycan has 183 at 27 minutes. Luna has well over 300. Look at that difference.
What hero can farm as fast as a Luna?
There's not that many
at that stage of the game with one item. Maybe Dusu with Mask of Madness, but then you don't really have to build for that with it. It's,
Newbee leading the charge. General does not want to jump on that Clockwork. They will have faith there, but the Crimson Guard comes out. 3-man cog.
But now Mugi, he's looking to turn. He's got the G. He does get Doom, but he already got the Eclipse out to General and Lil. Oh, it's a triple kill as Vela goes as well. The backup that they can provide for Luna. He doesn't even, the Doom literally does nothing.
Kaka gets a 3-man cog.
Oh, and now this is the push we talked about. You lose a team fight against this Luna, and it's pretty much game over for one of your barracks. And maybe just game over in general. They could go for more here. This Luna, I think we may see this Luna just getting banned out in this series. This is as we just said, if you aren't prepared to shut down the Luna, you literally have just lost the game. If you're playing sort of this Lycan lineup, it's always going to hit this timing where the game is just impossible. Mugi was 5k ahead of the 20-minute mark.
You have to be ahead as the Lycan team in this game. You cannot let this Luna have this type of farm. You have to be the team just full out pressuring. Dendi walks into them with the BKB.
I mean, Moogie's just going to hit him.
Damage. The right clicks. The right clicks. He's dead.
I mean, this is game over. Ladies and gentlemen, GG. The Moogie Luna getting all the space in the world. A lot of it down to the very good boarding of Newbee. As we said, they have perfect information to sort of dodge the rotations that Na'Vi did make. Na'Vi did make the attempt to sort of make these moves to catch out Moogie. It happened with a couple of times, but other than that, it was a free farm Luna game.
Free
with
farm
no
Luna.
answer, no sort of late game potential. Na'Vi just didn't hit their timings. They got that Aegis, and they didn't do anything with it.
She lost it right away.
Yeah.
The Queen of Pain blinked in, got picked off. I think this was, like you said, a lot up to the warding game. The movements from Kaka were spectacular too this game. 2, 3, and 15. We've seen that last engagement too. 3-man cogs. What can Na'Vi really do at that point? They have to be getting super far ahead with this Lycan. And yeah, like you said, I think the Luna might be something we see just taken out in a lot of these games because it's definitely a problem with how hard she can farm. And hey, General really struggled too. Maybe Doom.
He
maybe
did.
Doom might,
he
maybe
had
Doom might struggle
a
too.
bit of a tough time. He certainly did. But overall, I think we're going to see sort of a changing game plan. Maybe Na'Vi playing the same sort of game, but definitely not letting sort of Moogie get one of these hard farmers.
I think for me, it's like, I look at Na'Vi's draft this time, and it's like they need to play with very few mistakes. While I think Newbee, they can be at liberty to make a lot more because they've got the backup of this Luna to always go for the later stages. Na'Vi, it's like they have to snowball out of control. So.
Absolutely. Well, of course, it is a best of 3, as all series are here at the Supermajor, as we'll pop to a short break, and then we'll be back to find out if Na'Vi can swing it back in Game 2.